and say hi to Trina for us.
Yeah, you never told that story to any of our viewers or
we
listeners.
still have a little bit of time left. If you want me, I could talk about it now. Just I didn't know, like, you seem like you're kind of wrapping everything up. So,
Yeah,
it's
good,
not
man.
my place to, say like, oh, by the way.
No, please.
No, regale us. We're
Regale us.
listening.
Indulge us.
Well, I had originally met Trina. It was my first year going to the San Diego Comic-Con.
Oh,
Okay.
Which I've been going up until pretty much up until the pandemic. I went to that every year, and it was the very first
Okay.
year we had gotten out there. My ma finally managed to get out there, and my ma's my traveling companion when we go because of my health issues, and she's a terrific lady. She makes sure I have everything I want and I need, and then some. So she
Bless
was
her
like,
heart.
you want to go to Comic-Con? We're gonna get you there. So we were there. It's our first year there, and I was viewing a panel at the time, one of the panels there, and then I'm sitting there and she's sending me text message while I'm trying to listen to these people speak. And she's like, Joe, when you're done, you got to like get out here. I found at the autograph booth, there's this lady. She was from a James Bond movie. You would know better than I do. You got to get out here and come and meet her. And then like, that was Trina. And that was how we
Nice.
had originally met, and we kept in contact. And then it was like, I believe it was the year later than the photograph that I sent you. She knew what a big Bond fan I was, and she was doing this Screen Actors Guild thing. It was like her and the other Bond girls in the photo, Lynn Holly Johnson, Gloria Hendry. It was them and George Lazenby, and they were talking about their experiences, making their respective Bond films. And she said, Joey, you're, such an, nice young man. You've been very nice to me. I'd like you to come to this, like as my personal guest. So I got to
so
sweet.
go to
Well,
that.
okay.
And then coincidentally, when we were at that, Cubby Broccoli's son, Tony, happened to show up that night at the Screen Actors Guild thing. And he just paid a visit. Like nobody knew he was coming. And then all of a sudden I'm like freaking out. I'm like, oh my God, it's like Tony Broccoli. And my ma doesn't understand the movies. She's not into it as much as I am. She's like, I don't get it. Like you keep talking about vegetables. What do you mean broccoli? I don't get it. I'm like,
sorry.
No, Ma, you don't understand. The guy who like made the movies, like that is his son. Like you do not even realize like who like we're looking at right now. And I got to go and shake his hand and say like how much I love the movies and stuff. And he was a very nice gentleman. We actually still keep in contact.
Nice.
He's funny. Sometimes on my Facebook, he'll make like, James Bond jokes or whatever, or like in passing, he'll write on there like, oh, Joe, like I'm the one who gets the final say about like absolutely everything to do with James Bond. So if I say you're the new Bond, like that's it, like I pick you.
Done.
Like he'll just joke around. And then going back to Trina, I hate to drag this story out longer than it has to be, but anyway, point being, going back to Trina, then it was like maybe the year or so later, she was back here in Chicago where I live. She was doing a convention here with some other Bond people, and she was traveling alone. She was traveling by herself, and all of a sudden she kind of like started not feeling too well. And she knows that like I have my health issues, and I have like a home health nurse because I need to get IVs and I need to get potassium and vitamins and stuff. And she just kind of kept saying, Joe, I'm not feeling too good. Something's just not feeling right. I don't feel good. Do you think maybe you could call your nurse, have them come and take a look at me? And I was just like, no, Trina, like my nurse doesn't really do that. She just kind of shows up and sticks the IV in, and like that's it. Like if you're feeling sick, like let me and my parents know, like we'll take you, like to an actual doctor. and she didn't have anybody else with her. She was traveling alone. So it happened to be me and my mom and my dad. The three of us had to drive her to the hospital, and she had a problem with her intestines. She actually needed major surgery. And
okay.
the doctor said if we didn't get her to the hospital when we did, it would have been a very bleak outcome.
Wow.
You know what that makes you, Joey? That makes you freaking James Bond. You saved the Bond girl.
You saved the Bond girl.
My mom
you
was
saved
the
the
one
Bond
who
girl.
the car, so my mom really did the work, but I was the one who said she's not feeling good. We need to take her to the hospital.
Yeah, but you're the point man. She's your Felix Leiter. You're James Bond.
Yeah. So I mean, if you ever get her, to do one of your shows, or if she ever comes on and talks to you guys about anything, I mean, like, you could even ask her, like, she still says to this day, like, just say, like, who are Joey and Roseanne, and she still calls my mom's name is Roseanne. She always says, like, oh, my life angel, like, thank you so much for being there for me when, like, I didn't have anybody. That was, like, so nice of you guys. And it's like, with Trina, what are we going to do? You're a human being. We can't just, like, leave you there to suffer. We just did what any decent human being would have did. You needed help, and we helped you.
I mean, she trusted you too, so she's obviously a good judge of character.
That is an amazing story.
That's a great
that is not what I was expecting at all. I think
you
what
saved
we might do.
A Bond girl.
I think we'll give this its own little. Maybe we'll give it its own little bonus.
This should be the teaser for this episode. This is going to be the teaser.
Something. We can't leave this like in the back end of a 2-hour-long conversation.
Yeah, like,
we need to sort of...
I really wanted to get to it the whole time, but then, like, we started talking about it, then we segued into the book, and then I'm like, no, we need to stay on topic. I need to, like, follow the rules. And then, like, at the end, you're like, oh, anything you want to bring up? I'm like, nah, I can't let this go.